What is up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Skid Reviews. And today we're going to be reviewing Iron Fist. Now, Iron Fist is the new Marvel/Netflix TV show that came out last week, and I have been on a binge of the whole series for the last couple of days. I had really high expectations from this series because Iron Fist is a character that I have been fascinated with and I have really liked for a very, very long time. Both in terms of themes as well as, the visual aesthetic of the character. I find it really interesting. However, the Netflix show that came out last week fails to do justice to the amazing stories that Iron Fist has in the comic books. To be honest, the Netflix show is bad. It's just so bad, man. It's so badly done. I tried really hard to enjoy the show, but it was very difficult. So here's my review. Marvel's Iron Fist is deadly in all the wrong ways. Quite a few dramas in the streaming arena have pacing problems, but even Netflix's better Marvel programs have displayed an affinity for contrived, time-killing subplots. But Iron Fist is the most frustrating and ferociously boring example of the Netflix drift in some time. Not one element of this plotting piece works. The action scenes lack spark, snap, and originality. None of the flat by-the-numbers characters makes any lasting impression. And as origin stories go, the tale of Danny Rand, played by Finn Jones, at least as rendered by this creative team, is about as exciting as watching paint dry. It takes forever for anything to happen on Iron Fist, and as it stumbles along, the uninspired production design, unexceptional cinematography, and painful dialogue fail to distract the viewers from the overall lack of depth, detail, or momentum. The foundations of Iron Fist are very familiar, but of course, that's not necessarily an obstacle to the success of a big screen or small screen comic book story. Given a bit of verve and originality, not to mention excellent casting, even the most well-worn grooves of a superhero story can provide enjoyment, or at the very least, competent escapism. But this time around, the pillars of the Iron Fist story aren't given much of anything except a very slow rollout. The once wealthy Rand is the hollow center of a fish-out-of-water tale. He has been presumed dead for 15 years when he returns to Manhattan to reclaim the legacy of his parents, who are also thought to have perished in a plane crash. We get repetitive scenes of characters not believing that Rand is Rand and pointing out that he's forgotten to wear shoes. But there's not much point in making this TV show if the lead character isn't Rand, and that fact helps drain the early installments of any suspense. The story of a rich young orphan who is called to a higher purpose or acquires superpowers is a pop culture scenario that's been seen many times before, but everything from the Lego Batman movie to the early seasons of Arrow are proof that in the right hands there is life in that premise. Jones, however, is so bland and charisma-free in the lead role that one longs for scenes in which Jessica Henwick turns up as a martial arts instructor. But Henwick, who is saddled with an underwritten role, and fellow cast member David Wenham, who was great in Top of the Lake, can't free the show from the atmosphere of dry, meandering tedium that continually envelops it. Why couldn't Henwick be the star of Iron Fist, or another actor of Asian descent? After all, part of what made Jessica Jones and Luke Cage stand out were the distinct identities and concerns their protagonists carried into battle. Imagine an Iron Fist in which an Asian actor with a great deal of presence and real fighting chops, which Jones lacks, plays a man trying to reclaim his business empire from a group of white characters who don't trust him and underestimate his skills. Those kinds of social, political, and moral clashes among specific characters and cultures could have amped up the drama, assuming the episodes didn't take forever to establish relationships and dilemmas. Even if you can put aside issues of cultural appropriation, the ham-fisted Iron Fist doesn't make that easy, given that it feeds its yoga bro lead character a series of inert lines about Shaolin wisdom and Buddhist teachings. This superhero drama just feels unessential. If you want to see the truth, then hold no opinions, Rand intones at one point in the series. Well, it's part of this gig to issue assessments, and the truth is, Iron Fist is as disposable as aluminium foil. So in short, just if you haven't watched the series yet, just don't bother watching it. Don't bother wasting around 13 hours of your life watching this complete shit show of a series. I mean, I cannot find even one redeeming point from the show, except maybe, not really, no, nothing at all. I hope this is just a blip in Marvel's series of, excellent shows that they have come up with over the years related to superheroes, and this is just a one-off. And they can go on making great superhero shows like Daredevil and Jessica Jones. So how many episodes did you guys manage to watch of this show? And what did you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. If you want to read our review of Iron Fist, the link is in the description below as well. As always, thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more content, please do like this video, and maybe you can subscribe to our channel. That helps us out a lot. So until next time, I will see ya!